Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Supriya Poddar, and in this video guys I'm gonna talk about communication. So as we all know that communication is the most powerful weapon one can have, and one can win almost any conversation based on the power of communication. So communication is the most important skill set which we all require for a successful life. In this video guys, we are going to talk about the definition of communication. Next, the components of communication. Third, the types of communication. Next, the verbal communication and their types. And last, non-verbal communication and their types. So, what is communication? Communication is a Latin word which means to share. Communication is a two-way process which involves transferring of information or messages from one person or group of person to another. At the same time, we need to know that it's an ongoing process that mainly involves three components. Those three components are sender, message, and receiver. So who are senders? In communication process, the sender is the individual who initiate a message and is also called as the communicator or the source of communication. Means sender are those who initiate the conversation, who starts the conversation. Next is the message. Message is an idea, knowledge, opinion, feeling, etc. It is produced by senders. Now let's talk about receivers. So who are receivers? In the communication process, the receiver is the listener, reader, or observer. In short, we can also say that receiver is a person or group of persons who receives the message sent by the senders. Let's talk about the types of communication. So there are mainly three types of communication. First is the verbal communication, means communication which takes place through our verbal words, our spoken words. Second is non-verbal communication, and third is written communication. Written communication in which we send or receive message through our written words. For example, chats, memos, email, invitation, these are the medium through which we communicate in a written way. So let's talk about verbal communication now. Verbal communication is the use of word to share information or message with the other people. So as I said, the verbal communication is communication through our spoken word, in which we uses our word to convey our message. For example, face-to-face discussion, interviews, debates, presentation, telephonic conversation, etc. Now let's talk about non-verbal communication. What is non-verbal communication? Non-verbal communication is the process of sending and receiving messages without using words. It's also called as the manual language. The example for non-verbal communication will be our facial expressions, our body languages, eye contact, gesture, etc. So most of us believe that only our spoken words plays important role in communication, which is not completely true. Because if you'll talk about the elements of communication, then you'll be surprised by knowing that our spoken words plays only 7% role in our communication. Whereas our non-verbal communication, means our body language, eye contact, gesture, facial expression, plays almost 55% role in our communication. So if you want to improve your communication skill, then you need to work on 3 areas. First of all, you need to work on your verbal communication. Second, the non-verbal communication. And third, on your written communication. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this video will be useful for you. See you in next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.